Brace for tougher times ahead. The government says that it has absolutely no option but to tighten the belt on taxes and leads to offload the huge debt in the country. As the country channels over 60% of its yearly revenues to settle outstanding interests from accumulating debt. Hibak Saeed now tells us more about this.
Amidst a stabilizing currency and reducing bank base rate,
if you look at where inflation is now, you're talking about inflation around the same rate as the advanced economies.
Kenyans are still feeling the pinch of a reducing purchasing power. For the next year at least, the situation is going to get even more dire as the government plans to pay at least 2.1 billion shillings per day to service only interest accrued on existing domestic debts, with the outstanding principal remaining untouched. This is according to senior advisor in the Council of Economic Advisors for State House, Moses Kuria, who says in a tweet that Kenyans must work towards removing themselves from the slavery of servicing such accumulating debt by expanding the tax base. Sentiments shared by the president's chief economic advisor, David Ndii, who said there will be no tax relief anytime soon, insisting that the only way to settle the existing outstanding debt is by pushing hard lines in tax collection, and until the country gets out of IMF receivership.
Why those microeconomic reforms and microeconomic interventions become very, very fundamental around agriculture, energy, housing, not just because of their impact on the Mwananchi economy, but also because they are underpin the macroeconomic framework that we want to have.
This as Budget and Appropriation Committee Chair Ndindi Nyoro now says poor revenue collection due to the thwarted Finance Bill 2024 is pushing extreme cuts to the current financial year's budget, as various critical state departments, state agencies, and other relevant bodies face unprecedented slashes with dwindling public cash.
But before here, we had a budget of 4.2 trillion. After what happened in July, we revised. And the revision took two shapes. One, a downgrade in expenditure, but also an upside in a projected deficit.
Hibak Saeed for TV 47.